we have discussed about Mendel's breeding experiments, and his first and second laws by our previous videos. We are discussing about test crosses that Mendel introduced, by this video, test cross. Mendel faced the problem of finding the genotype, of a known phenotype, for a certain character. Purple flowers. There are two genotypes, which produce purple flowers as homozygous dominant genotype, or heterozygous genotype. Then he introduced another type of cross, known as test cross, to find out the genotype of a known phenotype. Tall plants. Purple flowers. Round yellow seeds. He crossed the plant with unknown genotype, with a plant that bear homozygous recessive genotype, for the relevant character. According to the results obtained, he could determine the genotype of the known phenotype. Mendel carried out test crosses, for both monohybrid and dihybrid crosses. Only dominant genotypes can be identified by test crosses. Monohybrid test cross, he obtained two phenotypic ratios for monohybrid test crosses. Let's see how Mendel carried out monohybrid test crosses. He crossed a purple flowered plant and a white flowered plant. In one of his test crosses, purple color of the flower of garden pea is dominant over the white color. All the plants produced purple flowers. In one of the monohybrid test crosses, he did. Once he got only purple flowered plants of this cross, he understood that the genotype of the tested plant should be homozygous dominant, and in another cross, he got purple flowered plants and white flowered plants, with 1:1 ratio. When he got two phenotypes, that is purple flowered plants and white flowered plants, with 1:1 ratio, he concluded that the genotype of the tested plant should be heterozygous. Dihybrid test crosses, he got 4 phenotypic ratios for dihybrid test crosses. 100 present 1 phenotype. 2 phenotypes with 1:1 ratio. He got this ratio in 2 types of crosses. 4 phenotypes with 1:1 ratio. Mendel crossed a plant that produced round yellow seeds with a plant that produced green wrinkled seeds. Round seeds are dominant over wrinkled seeds. Yellow seeds are dominant over green seeds. There are 4 possible genotypes for round yellow-seeded plants. 1. Both the genes may be homozygous dominant. 2. Both the genes may be heterozygous. 3. Gene for the shape of the seeds is homozygous dominant, while the gene for the seed color is heterozygous. 4. Gene for the shape of the seeds is heterozygous, while the gene for the seed color is homozygous dominant. One gene is homozygous dominant, while the other gene is heterozygous. In these 2 genotypes, let's observe the results that Mendel got for each of these genotypes, one by one. 1. 100 present yellow round seeds. He understood that only one phenotype is obtained when the genotype of the tested plant is homozygous dominant for both the genes. 2. Four round yellow-seeded plants, 4 round green-seeded plants, 4 wrinkled yellow-seeded plants, 4 wrinkled green-seeded plants. The ratio is 1:1:1:1 therefore. When he got 4 phenotypes with 1:1:1:1 ratio, he concluded that the tested plant is a double heterozygote. That means the plant is heterozygous for both the characteristics. The 2 hidden recessive characters, green-colored seeds, and wrinkled seeds reappear in the 2 crosses when 2 phenotypes with 1:1 ratio are obtained. 3. Eight round yellow-seeded plants, 8 round green-seeded plants. The ratio of round yellow-seeded plants to round green-seeded plants is 1:1. Since the recessive character, that is green-colored seeds, have been produced, the gene for the seed color should be heterozygous. Since all the plants produce round seeds, gene for the shape of seeds of the tested plant should be homozygous dominant. 4. Eight round yellow-seeded plants, 8 wrinkled yellow-seeded plants. The ratio of round yellow-seeded plants to wrinkled yellow-seeded plants is 1:1. Since the recessive character, that is wrinkled seeds, have been produced, the gene for shape of the seed should be heterozygous. Since all the plants produce yellow seeds, gene for the color of the seeds of the tested plant should be homozygous dominant. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more such videos.